Other interesting business news, you have Target slashing prices on 5,000 items after continuing to lose customers to Walmart. This is first brought to us thanks to LinkedIn. Specifically, the article writer is Kate Chapman. They note that Target takes aim at price fatigue. They say, quote, in a sign of disinflation at work, Target says it will lower prices on 5,000 household staples, including groceries, unquote, which I don't want to say it's suicidal as a company, but remember, the grocery industry, the average profit margin is about 2% at the end of the day. Also known as nothing, which is why every grocery store has been around for decades. There's not a lot of new businesses getting into that category. And it's also why they're also selling everything under the sun, including groceries, to make up for that slim to basically no profit margins. Now, that being said, the more luxurious the company, Target or Target for fancy, or Whole Foods, profit margin is probably a little bit higher, of course. So you're paying a premium for a fancy organic, pretty sure it's watered by someone using a can of Fiji water, pouring it over the plant while they're holding an umbrella. But I partially digress. You're paying for a premium service. But on average, groceries are a very cutthroat industry, and they're saying that they're going to decrease prices even on that. To me, that shows a sign of desperation that they really need customers back. Now, they continue with the quote saying, quote, the retail chain is racing against behemoths such as Walmart to keep pace with customers experiencing price fatigue. U.S. inflation is still above the annual 3% rate, though the Consumer Price Index released last week showed the smallest increase in over 3 years in April. Target announcement of price cuts across national and house brands comes as it prepares to release first quarter earnings. So I can't help but think those earnings aren't probably not going to be great news, and this is going to be the catalyst to saying, well, hey, here we're doing something, so sales will increase. Now, that being said, sales will probably increase. More often than not, decreasing the price does cause an increase in sales, but that means you're also going to have less profit margin as well. It's a little double-edged sword, so to say, for the situation. And again, Target is in a lot of trouble, I think. Not only did they shoot themselves in the foot having satanic merchandise last year for Pride Month, and I'm not being overly bombastic. They actually quite literally had enamel, high quality, don't get me wrong, it's a metallic enamel pin that says, it had a picture of Satan with horns, and the text said, Satan respects pronouns. This former family-oriented, family-based company thought that'd be a good idea. They also hired someone who's a profound Satanist who designs LGBTQ apparel. And they also had tuck-friendly uniforms, or not uniforms, swimsuits, and LGBTQ apparel for children. So very controversial last year, and that caused a huge boycott. A lot of people started to move away from that brand, or more specifically that store, to other places that are a little more economical. Couple that to the fact that you got really bad inflation, a lot of people worried about their jobs, and Walmart is also boosting their own program, or rather their own private label, for fancier stuff. I think they call it Better Goods or Better Wealth or something to that effect. I think it is Better Goods. But previously, Walmart, in my opinion, was known for Better Value, which is their white label. So that's where you get the lowest price point, and you would argue the great value. Now, Walmart's also going to have their Better Value, which pretty good marketing, makes sense. That's going to be priced probably about. It'll be interesting. It's the same price as your traditional brand, like Ritz crackers was made by Ritz or Nabisco. I think they own the company. But will that product by Better, the Walmart one will be priced above that? That would be an interesting thing. But nevertheless, having a product that's a little more expensive is drawing in new customers to Walmart, especially because at the end of the day, there's nothing in Target you need. It's all just luxurious stuff. And at the end of the day, it really is just a fancier Walmart. Don't get me wrong, you're paying, again, they have some brilliant engineers, brilliant designers who are putting these stores together for Target. They have a great web interface. They have some employees that are really making a more unique shopping experience. There's some people doing some good work. And they're slowly growing their e-commerce. They just launched the subscription services. So they are growing. They're trying to adapt as well. But at the end of the day, when it comes to a lot of things that customers perceive as commodities, like raw food materials and what was it, just like plain white T-shirts and other things people usually buy. I mean, not me, obviously. I just have one suit and make it last because man, I always suit up and buy once, cry once. But nevertheless, there's really not a compelling reason to go shop at Target. They have one or two of their private labels, which again now Walmart's starting to do, and they might have one or two exclusivity contracts when they had this little Starbucks mug where I was gonna say the women were pushing each other down as if it was like a what was it, Black Friday sale. They could spend 40, 50, 60 bucks on a pink tumbler because it was a Stanley tumbler and it had Starbucks logo, and it's exclusively sold through Target. Brilliant. I mean, that got, I was about to say dumb people, perhaps lower IQ people to go just run through the doors, and then they're paying 300, 400, 500 bucks for those mugs online. When again, it is a mug that holds liquid with not much intellectual property in terms of it's an insulated mug. But nevertheless, brilliant marketing. It got a lot of sales, and I guess we all buy. Oh, I don't because I'm kind of frugal. But nevertheless, most average people do buy kind of. Everyone has their passion project. They'll buy something that they know isn't worth the money necessarily, but they nevertheless. At the end of the day, let me know in the comments. What is a compelling reason to go to Target? They're lowering prices on 5,000 items, but is it going to be a lower price than Walmart? I certainly don't think so. I don't, because again, Walmart buys in huge. There are many reasons why Walmart has some of the best prices in the world. I mean, one is their purchasing power. They have unprecedented amount of buying power. They just buy the maximum quantity to get a maximum discount. They also have less overhead. They're also consolidating a lot of their costs. They just announced a couple weeks ago they're laying off employees as well as consolidating more employees to work at the corporate office or corporate headquarters over in Arkansas. But at the end of the day, yes, it's good for consumers. They are decreasing the price of some of these goods at Target. But let me know in the comments. When was the last time you shopped at Target? And when was the last time you bought anything there? And what's the compelling reason why you continue to go back? Personally, I think it's been about. I think I tried like the walk-in doctor like 5 years ago at Target. I'm trying to think the last time I bought something. When was George Bush in office? Kidding, partially. But yes, it's been that long since I've actually spent money on Target. But let me know in the comments. As always, it'd be fascinating to hear what you have to say. Thank you, everyone, for taking the time to tune in. Again, trying to get to 4,000 subscribers by the end of the month. So if you could click that button, I'd greatly appreciate it. Also, leaving a thumbs up, thumbs down, or comment is a great way to give me some additional feedback, letting me know how I can make the show better and better. Lastly, don't forget to take the time to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, tell anyone and everyone. Just stay safe, fight the good fight.